Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever location you are watching this video. So what are we doing today? Today we are going to go and talk about the difference between throw and throw EX in C Sharp. So I was on Stack Overflow, I found this question out there. Is there a difference between throw and throw EX? And I found a lot of answers down below and all the answers almost are right. But what I thought about is, how about going and demonstrating it with a small sample code, because once you see a demonstration, it just gets registered into your head, right? Uh, and also, what I found is that, this is one of those questions, which keeps popping up during C Sharp interviews. So during C Sharp interviews, I keep seeing this question. So frankly, as a developer, I have just used always throw. I never cared about that it was throw EX or throw, but by default, I always use throw, right? So in this 6 minutes of video, we will try to understand what is the difference between throw and throw EX. And also at the end, I will also talk about that why in certain conditions, we have to reset the stack trace of the error, right? So let us get started. So here is a simple console application I have, and in this console application, I have function 1 and function 2. So now assume that I make a call from main to function 1, and let us say I make a call from function 1, I call function 2, right? So from static void main, I'm calling function 1 and function 1 is calling function 2. And let us say that in function 2, we have an exception. So now that we have an error in function 2, we need to go and put a try catch block in function 1. So I'm going to go and use the code snippet. So remember that we have a ready-made code snippet for try catch. So you can type here try and say tab, 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 try, tab, 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 right? So there it is. And what I will do is I will go and I will wrap this function 2 inside this try block out here, right? And function 1 is also throwing up this exception to the main. So here also I will go and I will put a try catch block and I will put function 1 out here, right? So function 2 throws up an exception, it goes to function 1. Function 1 throws up the exception and it goes to the static void main. So we have like three functions: function 2 throwing up exception to function 1, function 1 rethrowing that exception to static void main. And what I will do is in the static void main, I will go and I will display console.writeLine the stack trace. So I would like to now go ahead and look into the complete trace of from where the error happened. So if you see here, the origination of the error is from function 2 and then it goes to function 1 and then it goes to static void main. So I would like to know the complete stack trace of where the error is, right? So if I go and if I run this, if I go and if I do an F5 out here, and if we see, so very quickly, there it is. I'll just go and expand this. So it's very clearly telling me, it's very clearly showing me the complete stack. So it says that on line number 37, you can see line number 37. I can just make this bigger. Yeah, there it is. In the program.cs in line number 37, the function 2 threw up an exception, right? Then it was sent to function 1, which is who is at 26, and then it was sent to static void main and so on. So you can see here that I get a complete stack trace of my error, right? So it maintains a complete stack trace of the error when I use throw. I repeat this sentence. It maintains a complete stack trace, from where the error originated and the whole stack till where it went, right? It maintains the complete path of the stack trace if I use throw. Now if I go and if I use throw EX, so let's see this now. So if I do an F5 out here, and if you see the output, so if I see out here, and you would come to know the difference now. You can see that it is not showing me function 2. I'm repeating, it is not showing me function 2. So the throw EX resets the stack trace, while the throw maintains the stack trace. So the throw will maintain, who was the originator, from where the error happened, but the throw EX, resets the stack trace. So it's always a good habit, to use just throw, because when you have an exception, you would like to know that where the error was, from where it originated, and how it propagated and so on, right? So if you see here, whenever you are using even the code snippet out here, like try catch, by default, Microsoft follows good practices and it just says throw. It does not say throw EX, right? So the difference between throw and throw EX is that throw maintains the stack trace while throw EX resets the stack trace. So now the next question which can come to your mind is that why would I not want to see my stack trace, right? As a developer, we would love to see the stack trace, we would love to see from where it originated and so on. But there are a lot of times, we don't want to expose out our internal working of our library. For example, now let us say the end user, like the end user is sitting on a screen and he sees a complete stack trace of 10 functions. How does it look like, right? I'm sure that you must have come across those websites, where you see those exceptions and say, hey, look at that line number 21, I know that exception, right? So on a public facing website or on the end user UI, it would look very horrible to show the complete stack trace, right? And also many times, let us say that your library is used by some third party. Probably you don't want to expose out your internal working of your library, right? So in those cases, you would like to just use throw EX and reset your stack trace. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. In this video, we were trying to understand what is the difference between throw and throw EX. So one resets the stack trace, another propagates the stack trace till the end. Thank you.